You fell off. Your content sucks. You might as well quit YouTube while you're at it. These are the surprising nasty comments I've been receiving lately, and I don't know why I've been receiving these comments lately. People adding me on Snapchat, on my Instagram, trolling and telling me that I fell off. I might as well quit YouTube while I'm at it. That I'm going broke. Well, if there's one thing that I can assure you, I am not going broke. I think we could both agree, on the fact that basically these couple of years I've managed to make a career that used to be a hobby for me back as a kid into a full-time job. And as I mentioned in the video that I made this week, I stated that, I enjoyed making ASMR way more back in the days because it was a hobby for me. I made videos when I wanted to, not when I needed to or have to. I was putting in crazy views, man. Insane views, actually. Was some months I was pulling in 4 million views, and those views equal a shitload of money as well. You'd be surprised what a creator can earn on 1 million views, 2 million, 3 million views. People very much underestimate it if they've got no knowledge and experience on something they have nothing about. I had a classmate, matter of fact, who used to tell me, you probably make no money. Oh, YouTube doesn't pay nowadays. And I said to him, you'd be surprised how good it still pays, dude. This was in 2019-20 when they said and implemented the copper rule. A lot of us creators were scared that YouTube, was going to do something to our content, but it did really minimalistic to nothing, actually, to be honest. But now the reason why you mainly clicked on this video is me answering the question, did I fall off? Sadly, yes, I did. I am not pulling in the views I used to pull. And I feel like there's a couple of reasons, and we're going to explain to it why. The first reason is because, there's a lot of creators nowadays making ASMR. When I first started making ASMR videos, there weren't a lot of creators at all. It was very minimalistic. Majority of people that made ASMR were female. You've also got majority now, a lot of very big popular male ASMR artists. Now, I personally can't name any because for some other reason, I don't like watching ASMR anymore, believe it or not. I have stopped/quit watching it, but the weird thing is I still make it. It wasn't as popular as it is now back in the days when I started my first channel. Me and Jojo ASMR were the first kids/teenagers to introduce ASMR for people that were not even weren't even 18 plus. And I used to love it more back in the days. I used to, in the beginning, maybe pull a couple hundred views a week. Not a lot of things, but it was a very big inspiration for me starting YouTube. It was a big honor for me that I got my first day, I got my first subscriber, that I've still managed to this day got a loyal fan base. I think even though I'm only averaging between 1 million and 1.3 million a month now, I'm still pulling in decent amount of views, I'm still pulling in decent amount of revenue, but I've definitely been receiving less views over the past year, to be honest. I've had, unfortunately, a lot of my videos being removed on this platform for no actual good reason at all, unfortunately. A lot of the stuff that YouTube has done to me, I heavily disagree with. All of the videos that have been removed from this channel, I don't agree with the actions of YouTube, and I unfortunately do feel like YouTube has been targeting me for basically since I've begun this whole YouTube thing, started this whole journey, I felt like YouTube has always been targeting me, removing videos from me left and right. And how ironic, not any form of videos, specific type of videos they removed. The eating videos, the most popular video that had almost 20 million views. That was a very big moment for me. Not only was it pulling in hundreds of thousands of views a month, it was pulling in $400-600 a month extra, which was fantastic, right? That video had 455,000 views in a week. Gorgeous. That video went viral. It had 60k in a day. And I will be honest, I treat this thing as a job now because I have to. I can't do it as a kid back in the days. You have to understand, I got older, times drastically changed, I got more bigger, I've had to adapt, and I've had to switch up the content. I'm sorry, but there won't be any old Keegan. I missed old Keegan. You unfortunately have to accept it as the viewer as well, that I've changed. I've grown up to the man I am to this day. I'm different. You can't remain and stay the same person you were as a kid. You have to eventually grow up and elevate to a certain level. And I've definitely been taking YouTube way more serious since I've, graduated from school about 1.5 years ago. Because this is my main form of income. You have to unfortunately treat it as a job eventually. You can still have a lot of fun and enjoyment and excitement while recording, even though, yes, it doesn't look like it. Trust me, I do enjoy making ASMR, but I'm just way more serious nowadays. I don't just inappropriately make a joke during recording. I don't just fart nowadays. A lot of people liked it back in the days, but those times are unfortunately over. We cannot progress backwards to that type of content. It was a hobby back in the days, but it has become my full-time job. Even when I was in high school, it was a hobby slash full-time job because it was my full income. This isn't my only main income. I've got incomes of sponsors coming, other stuff. But yeah, I think we can both agree that the fact that, yeah, I sort of fell off a bit. And I'm trying my best to recuperate those people that I've lost viewership-wise from the videos I've made in the past. Trying to get their attention back. Is it working? Yes or no? There's only a part that I as a creator can afford to do to put in viewership. The fact that YouTube unfortunately is not willing to promote my content, I unfortunately cannot do much about the fact that YouTube is not willing to promote my content whenever I post new videos. About a year ago, I used to get 50k in a day or two. Now, if I'm lucky, I get 20k in a day and a half, 2 days. It's not fantastic, but it could be way worse, and I could get 5,000 views in a day or two. And let's hope that doesn't fucking happen, because if that happens, well, then I have some shit to do in real life. I gotta go get a job ASAP then. I'm being very honest. And speaking of my job, I want to get a job this year because I feel very bored, very minimalistic about what I do, and I'm losing passion as well for YouTube. I'm just gonna be straight up very forward and honest. I am slowly but slowly losing interest in what I'm making. I've thought about it often as well. Why don't I just make something else? But I can't just start something over and over. I've had people requesting me to make a gaming channel. I can't do that, unfortunately. And if you're wondering, but why can't you just make 4 channels? Because you don't understand how much freaking work 3 channels is yet alone. Thinking of ideas. Okay, what ideas am I going to make for the first channel? Then I have to think of the second channel. Then I've got to think of this channel. And then I have to also not just think, but also execute all these videos for all 3 different channels. You obviously can't please every viewer. I am very much aware of that. I try my best, to diversify the content as much as possible on the main channel. We've got an eating video once in a while. We've got a role play. We've got tapping videos. We've got a smoking video, tasting, a mukbang channel. You guys have been loving the cooking videos, but unfortunately, those videos have not brought in that views that I would have hoped they would have. Am I underrated? Yeah. Nowadays I am. You can definitely say, oh, I'm not really on the top anymore. We've all got our moments of shine. Let's be honest. We all, as creators, most of the times get a couple of seconds of fame. I haven't had a couple of seconds. I was very fortunate to have my highest peak for 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, definitely. And I definitely do agree my content was way better back in the days because I very much likely enjoyed making it. Back when I was in school, I said, fuck it. I'm only going to record a video if I wanted, not have to. I didn't force myself. I didn't have an upload schedule a week because I was very busy with school, learning for my tests, some stuff behind the scenes happening, and I didn't want that to interfere with my channel. I didn't want my channel to interfere on my personal life. I didn't want that to happen. And unfortunately, this YouTube that I have now has taken over my complete life. And that's the only thing that I'm focusing. I'm even currently thinking of maybe taking a break on the main channel. But I unfortunately cannot do that because of the revenue that I will lose. I simply cannot. Look, if I was putting 3 million views, I could say, I'll take a break for a week, think about what content I can make. I unfortunately simply can't because a week not uploading is basically hundreds of dollars that I haven't earned that month. And that is excluding tax that I have to pay, unfortunately. Which is also, unfortunately, a very big reason and motive why I've been posting a lot on the channels. Because the tax is fucking stupidity that I pay. As a person who uses an American platform, I have to pay tax because I am not a US citizen. I find that a disgusting move by the IRS in the US. Disgusting move. I am using an American platform, but I'm not a US citizen, so that means basically I have to get paid tax. I'm getting fucked over twice. And why? Well, let me explain to you why. Not only do you pay a certain percentage to YouTube because, for the services, because you're using a platform and the services for free, basically. So that's the way of saying, this is your payment you give to us. And trust me, when I say you pay a lot of money to YouTube itself. And then outside of that, you have to also nowadays pay tax to the IRS, which is, depending on what I earn, it's about $500-600 average a month. You might be like, oh, that's nothing. Times 12, that's more than $6,000 a year average. That's a lot of money that I could use for something else. But you've got to accept that is what life is about. You have to pay tax. The IRS, you cannot avoid the IRS, and you better not try anything stupid because they will get after your ass. But I'm doing really much my best, to be very honest, and I don't know what else to do but just keep on making videos and say, F the haters, man, because that's at the end of the day, you don't like my content, yet you're watching it. So obviously you like something that I do. You don't have to like my content, but you're still watching it regardless. I just want to clarify this video. I don't enjoy making ASMR or videos in general like I used to. I am shortly but shortly, unfortunately, losing a little bit of passion as well. And I'm being very honest with that. I can't lie to you guys. I've always kept it very, very honest. If I don't like something, I don't like something. But I'm going to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll check you tomorrow. Peace out.